Up next, we turn to the conservative camp, whose contender remains in the southeastern part of the country as well. For more on this, I have my colleague Kim Do-yeon joining me live. Do-yeon, welcome. So Kim Moon-soo has spoken about support for science, I hear.
That's right, Sun-hee. Kim has been campaigning throughout Gyeongsangnam-do Province during the day. Now, that also means he's been in the Gyeongsang-do Province region for third straight day, and cities that he's been visiting all have their own specialized industries focusing on science and technology. So one key message that came during his campaign today, when he was in Sacheon to visit the Korea AeroSpace Administration, he pledged that if elected, he will create a new post of Deputy Prime Minister for Science and Technology. Take a listen.
Why do we need a Deputy Prime Minister for Science? It's because it shows the nation's will, which means budget and power, and this is the only way to yield results. Anything said other than this doesn't matter.
During a visit to Tucson and Ability in Changwon, Kim praised the company's resilience through Korea's nuclear phase-out and pledged full support if elected president, especially in advancing SMR technology and leaving politics out of industries. Of course, Tucson is the company involved in the project of the Czech Republic's Dukovany power plant. Kim also says without science and technology, there is no future, adding that while it may not bring in votes, any leader who cares about Korea's long-term growth must invest heavily in the field. He also revealed his pledge on science and research earlier today, which included measures to support research and development in general. But one aspect that stood out was his pledge to send a man to the moon in 2032 and have a Mars rover project by 2045.
Right, some ambitious pledges for the next frontier. Before you go, Do-yeon, do tell us a bit more about his campaign trail.
Right, Sunny. Surprise, I also have a map ready for you, so let's take a look. Now, Kim also started in Seoul on the first day, stopping by Daejeon and ending up in Daegu. He's gone farther south since then, and as we spoke about, he hit small cities today, the darker purple lines. Now, as we have been talking about, these are typically known as a conservative stronghold. To give you a reference, throughout the Gyeongsang-do region, there are 65 congressional districts, and during last year's general election, only 6 parliamentary seats were won by the liberal side. That said, a lot has happened since the general election, and Kim could be trying to solidify his supporter base first, then heading to other regions.
All right, Do-yeon, thank you for that coverage from the conservative camp.